I'm Christy with the YMCA, and today we're going to make what's called a Newton's cradle. A Newton's cradle shows us a concept called an elastic collision. And what that means is that when two objects hit into one another, they can transfer force from one object to the other. So for example, if you were running really fast and you hit something like a ball that was just sitting there, the ball would move, right? That's because you're going to take your force that you've collected by running and transfer it into the ball. Now, what we're going to use to model that is marbles, and we're going to make a cradle that shows this phenomenon really well. To do that, we're going to need 5 pieces of string, we're going to need 5 marbles, a box, cardboard box, and some tape. Now we're going to start with your cardboard box. Here you can see I've already made mine into my Newton's cradle frame. This is an old tissue box, but you can use any type of cardboard box that you find in your house. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make it just an outline of a frame. So you can fold in the tops and the bottoms and just tape them like I did, or you could cut them off. And then you're going to also want to make the edges, 2 of the sides, visible so you can see the marbles and what they do. And then once you have your frame set, you're going to want to make 5 notches along the top sides of it. So you can see my notches here. And you're going to want to make those the same on the left and the right side. So you can use a ruler or a stick to kind of measure those out. Now once you have the notches, you're going to want to take pieces of your string, and you're going to want to put your string into the notch like so, and have it hang about halfway down inside your box. So if you're using a bigger box, you might need a longer string. And then you're going to want to put it in the other side of the notch. Now we are going to be able to adjust these later because they're just in notches, but if you're having trouble with the notches, you could also use some tape. Now I'm going to place the rest of my strings. All right, now that we have all our strings set, we're going to want to tape on the marbles. So you're going to need a small piece of tape and your marbles. What we're going to do is we're going to take the middle of the string and we're going to tape the marble to that middle. Now these may fall off, but you can get them taped on back again, just like that. So see how it hangs? Now one thing you want to be careful of is you don't want too much of the tape to be on the side that's going to be hitting the next marble. So like right here you can see there's a good amount of tape on the side that might hit the marble. So what I can do is I could just kind of scrunch it back up with my fingernail. Perfect. Now we're going to want to do that with the rest of the marbles. All right, now that I have all of my marbles on, you can see they're not really aligned. So what I can do is I can adjust the strings by pulling on the left or right side. And what I want to make sure is that they're at the same height and they're also to the same left or right, so they make a straight line down the middle of my box. So So let's see if I can adjust mine. All right, so now you can see they're all in a straight line. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pull the furthest marble from us back, like so, and it's going to hit into the rest of the marbles. So the force from this marble should transfer to the other marbles. Move to a close-up so that we can see our Newton's cradle in action. Now, what we're going to do to get it to work is we're going to hold our furthest most marble up and let it drop into the other 4 marbles and see what happens. Now you can see that the marble's force transferred to the furthest most marble, but the 3 marbles in the middle stayed not moving too much, and that's pretty cool. Now, if this were done in a vacuum, which is a place that has no other external forces, so something like space, it would go on for forever. However, that's not the case here. How many times can you get your Newton's cradle to go back and forth? Comment in the comments below or use the hashtag GWR YMCA STEAM to let us know.